Usually I come and I speak from a bit of my higher self. And I'll still do that this video. It's just today I feel a bit more low energy. And we should really talk about how our thoughts are triggered, how our emotions are triggered, how our pain body is triggered. And I feel like seeing how I go through my small triggers, because all of us have triggers, all of us have things we're insecure about, things that we don't like to look at and make us feel uncomfortable. So for me, self-worth is like a big part of my ego. My mother's actually, and my father, and didn't really do a good job of providing me with emotional safety per se and making me feel valuable. I know people have parents who dote on them a lot and tell them they're the greatest thing ever and always there to hear whatever they have to say, and they can cry and be completely emotional and they don't have to be rational with their emotions. But for me, self-worth is big because I have abandonment issues and I have issues connecting to people in general. But yes, today I was just on YouTube and I have an interview coming up for software engineering. This is a company that takes your data, your experience, your knowledge, and they help you find positions with it. So I was just catching up on my software engineering life because I haven't really coded in months. So I was watching some videos and then I saw this new YouTuber on YouTube and she made like this great video on a certain aspect of my programming language. And it was really well done. The visuals were amazing. The explanation was great. She has like 4 videos on her channel. And of course, she now has like over 70,000 subscribers with like 4 videos and great quality content. So I guess for me, I felt my self-worth be triggered by it. I felt like I wasn't doing enough or I wasn't enough, and that my type of content isn't really valuable. And then that reflected negatively on my own self-worth. And it kind of knocked me into this low energy state. And my pain body is just here sitting on top of me. So I'm here feeling my feelings. And it's interesting. Usually when this would happen in the past, I would pick up an activity. I would play League of Legends to get my mind off of what I'm feeling. These sad emotions, this feeling of unworthiness. But as I've been practicing being more present with my emotions, I find the key to it is accepting, well, for me, who has a issue being worthwhile and, not wanting to be seen as a burden or invaluable. For me, a great, I would call it, remedy for those shifting tides of negativity when it comes to my self-worth is just to do nothing, because I want to distract myself so much from what I'm feeling, or I want to prove my worth in some way, that I usually end up in a very toxic cycle. Like I usually start like a dopamine cycle as soon as I feel that low sense of self-worth. But I realized that doing nothing and accepting that you don't have to do anything. I find that we have this notion that we have to do something to fight whatever we're feeling, or, do something to feel good, or, there's a lot of talk about making yourself feel good. But for me, who spent a lot of time making myself feel good and distracting myself, I realized that nothing really ever gets healed or changed. It's just like a cycle, And when you're not distracted, when you're there with the emotion that you're feeling and you're just surrendering to it, like it's a moment of deep surrender. Like, okay, I'm not fighting it. I'm not trying to change my outlook or trying to push a new perspective. I'm just here. I'm just feeling it. And I think the biggest obstacle to to feeling what you're feeling or to get into that position of just being there with it is that you feel like you have to change something or that you have to feel better or you have to do something quickly. And acknowledging that you just have to exist. That's it. The universe isn't asking anything of you at this moment. Sometimes you might not have space to. Sometimes life might be just throwing things at you constantly and you're always like trying to juggle all these responsibilities. But there'll come a point in your day when everything comes to a halt, where there's not really anything you should be doing. It's just that you're filling your time with something so you don't sit still. Movement encourages more movement. So, basic laws of physics, anything that isn't in motion requires an outside force to be in motion. But once you're in motion, it takes another force to stop it or slow it down. So once you're in motion, it's easier to continue in that motion. Like your energy will keep going. And because you're always busy and you're always doing things, stopping and slowing doesn't feel comfortable. Again, we're very resistant to change. We human beings, no matter what the change is, we're always so sticky. But I know how a very active mind can be. You're thinking about this task or that task and want to get this done, that done. Then your mind is like going 100 miles per hour. And processing, deep processing, happens when you're not on the train, but sitting outside the train station, twiddling your thumbs, waiting for the next ride to get on. So I don't have anything to do currently per se. Yes, I was going to watch more videos on software engineering just to catch myself back up. I've had years of experience at this point. I just need like a refresher of, what the hell is going on? Basic syntax, basic language, basic structuring, the whole yards, what different words mean, because sometimes I forget. And I was going to do some cooking as well. But I wanted to make a video because my schedule has changed. I'm going to do every other day. I've been trying to do it every single day, but I realized that might be a bit too much. So every other day I'll do it. And the days that I don't have to do a video, I don't have to think about YouTube. I don't have to think about recording because my mind can get consumed with stuff. And if I want to have like a more balanced type of lifestyle, those days where I'm not focusing on uploading a video, editing, I can do my basic duties of, cleaning my house or cooking or doing that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I felt a bit discouraged, a bit sad about myself and my videos. And I started comparing myself to this other YouTuber who just started, uploaded 4 videos and has like lots of views. And I know you might have an idea of what you want for yourself. So I might come to this YouTube journey with the idea of, hey, I'm just going to video journal, get my feelings out and not think about results or what happens with my videos. But having a core wound of being abandoned and feeling a lack of self-worth at times, that kind of creeps in. So you're going to start to, I started to like compare slightly myself. Am I worthy enough? Why can't I do cool videos like this person? And that just dragged my energy field down. And now I feel like I'm a walking heavy bag of blah. But yeah, so instead of taking up something that's very entertaining and watching it, I'm just going to sit here and feel it, come back to center. Just going to do nothing. I'm still going to go and cook in a few minutes. I'm still going to, catch up on some programming. But even if I do nothing, this is very important for me and my lesson and my journey. Even if I do nothing at all, even if I just exist, I'm still valuable. I'm still worthy. And it's very hard. And it's very hard sometimes to acknowledge that worthiness. Sometimes you get caught up in all sorts of distractions and, everyday life. So this video journal today is just me acknowledging these feelings and acknowledging that I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna just be. And That's okay. It's a short one, but thank you for tuning in today with me. If you like my content, leave a like. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe and leave a comment. You can always tell me about what you're feeling, about your triggers, and how do you deal with them. Have an awesome day.